Hi everyone. Hello people. Good evening everyone. Yes, the session is started. Yeah. So guys, this is me Anam from Let's Upgrade, and I'm here just to launch the batch. I'm here to tell you like how to mark your attendance, how to submit your assignment, your certificate, how you will be getting your certificate. Good evening, and hello Samarjit. Yeah, and our trainer is Ritik sir, and we'll be starting with JavaScript Programming Essentials Bootcamp. This is for 3 days, and it's for 1 hour, and you will be getting a certificate. It's a valid certificate from NSDC, ITM, and Let's Upgrade. Yeah, Postman's Bootcamp certificate, the coupons you will be getting by tomorrow end of the day. Sorry for so late, but you will be getting it by tomorrow end of the day. My name is Anam, and let me tell you like how to mark your attendance. First, let me share my screen. Yeah, I hope guys my screen is visible now. Guys, my screen is no, it's not a recorded video, it's a live session. Abhishek, it's a live session. G- yeah, okay. So guys, here in the description box we have one link. Here you can mark your attendance here, and you have to submit your assignment also here only. So first of all, you have to enroll for this boot camp, like for this program. Sorry. Yeah. After enrolling, you have to scroll down your page. Here in the schedule part, beside the day one, you can see the mark attendance option. You have to like you can mark it on your own, like on a 0 to 10 scale. It's upon you, like how much you like the session and all. So I will give 10 on 10. We also have paid programs like Java DSA and full stack web development. If you are interested in any, you can choose it. And if you have any further improvement for us, then you are free to give us the feedback and submit your assignment. After submitting the assignment, just make sure that you reload your page, and here you can see the progress bar. It will increase day by day as you mark your attendance, submit your also submit your assignment. And for getting your certificate on day 3, you must be having at least 50% of the progress bar. Then only you will be getting your certificate. And also we have B.Tech CSE program, engineering program. If you're interested in this, you can go through this, and see it's and we have a refer policy, like if you refer it to any of your friends and they enroll using your link, then you will be getting 80,000 cash or MacBook Air 1. It's upon you, like what you want. And we also have Java DSA paid course. It's for 3 months, and of course it's a live course, and we take mock interviews. And we try to place 100% job. And it's only for 5900. If you're interested in this, you can enroll for this. And now I will be introduce you to the Ritik sir, who will be your trainer for 3 days for this boot camp. Hi Ritik sir. Hello.
Yes, hi everyone. I hope I'm audible
Yeah.
and visible, right?
Hi sir, how are you? Yeah sir, you're audible and
Yes,
visible clearly.
I'm great, and I'm great, and I'm great. So
Yeah.
I can see a huge lot of crowd today, right? I hope everyone is excited for the session.
Yeah.
Hello.
You will be
Hello
enjoying this
everyone.
boot. if there is a Telegram or WhatsApp community. Hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. Guys, if there is OTP problem, then you can DM us on Telegram or WhatsApp group with the screenshot of the issue that you're facing. Please, we will sort it out. Our team will look into it and sort it out. So, sir, I will leave, and it's up to you. So, bye, everyone.
Sure. Bye. Bye. Yes. So hi and good evening, everyone. I hope first of all, just give me the confirmation. Am I audible, visible, and let me just also share my screen. Right. Just give me the confirmation. Is my screen visible? Am I audible? Right. Uh, and I'm visible as well. Right. Hello, Utpal. Hello. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Great. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Sheikh. Okay. So thanks for the confirmation. I hope you guys are like you guys know why are you here. Like we will be having a JavaScript bootcamp. The JavaScript bootcamp. So I'll tell you it will go on for 3 days. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That is 20th, 21st, and the 22nd. And the timings of the session will be from 6:30 to 7:30. Right. It will be a 1 hour session. So for those who are asking what will be the duration of the session, it will be of 1 hour, right? And it will go on for 3 days, right? With that being said, can I have a quick introduction about you guys? Like where do you guys come from and what are your qualifications, right? And can you also let me know like what is the level, like how much do you know JavaScript? Are you a beginner? Are you an intermediate level or are you an expert? Right? Can I have a short introduction? Anyone? Can anyone let me know where do they come from and like what do they do, what is the degree that they're pursuing, and what exactly brings them here to just learn the JavaScript boot camp. Sumit says he's from Delhi, Orissa, B.Tech Tripoli, Kolkata. Rohit is a beginner, Faridabad, basic front end, okay, intermediate level. Sushant is an intermediate level, that's great. Sushant, MNIT Bhopal, first grade, okay, working as a front end developer, that's really great. Ashish, you're working as a front-end developer, intermediate beginner. Gujarat pursuing CSC, Shubham says. Okay. B.Tech graduate, beginner, Telangana. Arif Ahmed says Delhi and he's a beginner as well. All right. Great. Okay. Hello, I'm Sundar Pramod from JNTUCEH, Hyderabad. Okay. So I think I have a mixed crowd here from all parts of India, right? So and I think your levels are also different, so I can see many of them are beginners and some of them are also intermediate levels and some of them are also working as front end developers, right? That's very good to see a huge variety of a crowd. So uh, I was just asking that so that I could, just maintain the flow of the lesson. So as said, most of you are beginners and most of you are coming for the are just learning JS for the first time. So I'll go very slow. I'll go with the basics, and at the end of the session, right, I guarantee you, you will be able to start with you'll be able to just start building projects, and you'll be having that command in JS that will make you feel confident each and every project that you make. So JS is all about practicing, right? What So before starting of this session, I would just like to give you some tips, right? Whatever we do here in these 3 days of boot camp, you have to revise all of that, right? If you're not revising, plus after the revision, you also have to make sure that you are also working on projects. We'll also do a small project on day 3. Be rest assured about that. But it is also you that you have to take efforts from your side as well. If you're not taking efforts, if you're not, so see, coding is all about practice, like not even coding, anything that you do, whether you play cricket, you do swimming, anything that you do, it will require consistency and practice, right? And same is the case here in coding. If you want to get good, want to grab a good job, you have to be consistent and you have to practice each and every concept that is being taught, right? And I assure you that if you are just with me, if you're just practicing, no one can like snatch even a single job from you, right? You will have all the opportunities that are there. There are ample number of opportunities in the market, but the thing here is people are not skilled enough and they just fail in the technical rounds. That's why they're not able to get placed, and then they complain that there is scarcity in the market. There is not. Scarcity is in the skills, not in the market. I assure you that, right? So yes, a quick introduction about myself. Yes, so Pavan is asking. Okay, a quick introduction about myself. I am Ritik Masan. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Ritik Masan, and I am a full stack developer at a company, at a product based company, right? And I have around 2.5 years of teaching experience. I have been teaching since 2020, you would say, or 2021. So be rest assured about the quality of education that you'll get here. But the thing here is that you have to make sure that you are practicing. Again, I'll just emphasize on that. Practicing is the key here. If you will not practice, everything is, whether you get a training from a Google developer or whether from anyone else, it will be waste of time, right? How can I connect you? Okay, I'll be giving most all the information. Don't worry as we proceed this session. But so we have consist of time. We have only got 1 hour today, right? So we have to just catch the syllabus as well. By the way, I'm available on LinkedIn as well. I'll share the LinkedIn ID. I'll share each and everything. Don't worry. But for now, let's get started and let's see what have we got here, right? Okay. So as told by many of you, you all are beginners, and I'm assuming that you're not like you haven't done JS any time in your life yet, right? So I'm just going with the very basic, right? So so let me just see the font. Is the font all right, or do you want me to increase the font? JavaScript. Okay, let me just increase the font a bit. Let me just make it large, right? Okay. Sir, is it possible to complete the 3 days? Rohit, see, uh, I can understand that it is not practically feasible to complete the JS in 3 days, but the thing here is I will be able to give you a starting, right? You just have to make sure that you're starting with the basics, and I assure you that all the basics will be clear here, will be clear, right? I'll give you all the resources. I'll teach you each and everything, all the basics and the advanced topics that are there that I use in the projects. I'll also give you the reference. Now it's up to you. How do you make a full reference of that, right? Let's Upgrade also has full-fledged courses. They are paid, obviously. You can also opt for them. I'll be just giving you the. I'll just in the meanwhile, I'll just give you the description of the courses as well. Don't you worry about that. But in this boot camp, 3 days of boot camp, you will be having enough learning, enough I would say information about JavaScript that you will be able to start with the project, and you'll be able to clear each and everything that is there. You'll get to know about variables, you'll get to know about loops, you'll get to know about hosting, you'll get to know about functions, anonymous functions, each and everything for that, right? Each and everything for that. Okay. Okay. Arvind says I'm studying JS. I found it a bit complex and confusing. So I think you're here at the right place to just clear a confusion here, right? Chalo, okay. So starting off with JavaScript. Anyone? For those who are already aware of JavaScript, can you give me a short brief of what do you exactly a one-liner like of what do you exactly mean by JavaScript, or why is JavaScript used? Anyone? Is it a programming language? It's a scripting language. What is it like? Why do we even use JavaScript? Anyone? So I'll tell you. If you're not sure, I'll tell you. It is just a programming language. Okay? It is just a programming language. I'll tell you why is it not a scripting language. I'll tell you, right? It is just a programming language. Not just it is a programming language, right? Just like you have C. I hope you already know what C is. You have C, you have got C++, right? You have got Java, you have got Python, right? You have got all these languages. So JavaScript is nothing fancier than that. It is just a simple programming language that is used for making front end or client side applications, right? Acha, you might be wondering now, right? What do you even mean by a programming language, right? What is a programming language for that matter, right? A programming language, Programming, yes. A programming language is just nothing. It is just a language that takes in an input, right? It will process it and it will give you the desired output. As simple as that. So, what is a programming language? Yeah, it's nothing. It will just give you. It will just take the input as in, let's suppose I am a user and I want to calculate the sum of two numbers, right? So it has the capability of accepting the input. It will allow, just give me a second. Yeah, it will allow me to take inputs from the programmer, right? And as an input, it has the capacity, and the capability to process it as well, right? It will take the input, it will process it, right? And after that, it will give you the desired output. It will give us the desired output. So here we have output, right? So many of you have the confusion, right? And you say that JavaScript is a scripting language, right? It was considered as a scripting language before, but now never, but now not. Now it is just considered as a programming language. Why? Because the reason I told you, it has the capability of accepting an input, it has the capability of processing the information, and it has the capability of giving the output. And you will be shocked, right? You'll be shocked if I tell you that many people nowadays are doing data structures in JavaScript as well, right? That makes it a programming language. Earlier, people like all the developers and all the people were only using JavaScript for developing client-side applications, but not now. People are now using JavaScript even to run IoT applications, to run mobile applications, to even do solve complex DSA problems, right? That's why now it has been referred to as a programming language, not any scripting language. Yes, sir, DSA in JavaScript is now popular. Yes, it is popular because more and more people are preferring JavaScript, right? It is the heart and soul of internet, I would say. It is the basic thing, right? Even you have a framework called as React, you have Node.js, you have React.js, and you have Node.js, right? You have TypeScript, you have Next.js. All these frameworks, I would tell you, all these frameworks are based on JavaScript. In fact, you have Angular.js. Angular is a library. Sorry, it's a framework that is also based on JavaScript. Right? So I think I'm able to give you a clear cut idea of how important JavaScript is in the field of development, right? All the frameworks, all the libraries are based on JavaScript. Exactly, Ashish. Express.js is also a JavaScript JavaScript, right? Let's say language that helps you make servers, right? Imagine making the server, right? Imagine making the server in JavaScript. How cool is that? Yeah, I told Angular, right? So this is the importance of JavaScript. Yes, there are many, Abhishek, there are many, right? There are many. Okay. So without wasting much time, let's see. I told you, right? Why do we use JavaScript? I would say then the question comes up here is why JavaScript, right? Java SCRIPT, right? Why JavaScript? First and foremost thing is that it can help you to add interactivity. Let me just do one thing. Okay? Let me just go to the Let's Upgrade page, right? Electron.js. Yes, there are many. There are tons of that, right? Okay. Let me just quickly sign in. Yes. Okay. So what I'm just saying that, like, what if I say that JavaScript helps you to add interactivity, right? I am assuming that all of you have even a faint idea of what HTML and CSS is, right? We have even covered HTML and CSS in the boot camps on Let's Upgrade, right? But have you ever wondered, right? Have you ever wondered, let's suppose what will happen, let's suppose if I click on job section here, right? So how is it able to recognize that I have clicked, and on clicking that it has to load the job section, right? How will I get to know? Or leave aside a job factor. Let's suppose I'm coming here, right? Or let's suppose I am here. You can see that this is just like rotating. I would not say rotating. This is just going from left to right direction, right? How is it making sense, right? How is it even adding, how is it interactive, how is it making more appealing website, how is it used to make more appealing website, right? That is with the help of JavaScript, right? JavaScript helps you to add interactivity. It helps you to make dynamic web pages, right? What do I mean by dynamic, right? So let's suppose here you can see that these icons are rotating, right? These icons are rotating. I can easily assure you that this is not possible with the help of CSS. with CSS you can only make static websites, not dynamic. In order to make it dynamic, that is to make it moving, make it manipulating, you have to add JavaScript, and that is why you do this. Like that is why you have this. Even if you see, whenever I hover on this dialog box comes here, right? So how is it making sense that okay, I have to hover here and this dialog box will appear? How is it making sense? Like how is my browser able to know like what is that I'm having when I'm hovering onto this? How is it making sure that I have to show up this dialog box, right? So this is with the help of JavaScript. Right? This is what JavaScript is for you. So quickly coming here, it will add interactivity to your web pages, web pages, right? I told you, right? It will add interactivity to your web pages. It will make your websites responsive. Anyone has got any idea what we mean by responsive websites? Let's see who has got an answer to that. It will make your websites responsive, right? Responsive. And the third thing is it will add functionality. It will add functionality uh, to your web page. Yeah. So I mean, there are also tons of things that JavaScript can do here, but uh, able to adjust with screen size. Okay, Purvi, yes. I think Acha, you are giving the answer for responsiveness. Yes. So the community group is full. Is there any other group can you create? Suraj, the team will let you know. Anam, can you let Suraj know what's the issue here? The team will get back to you. Don't worry. To display website properly on all the devices. Okay, great answer. Orientation support or screen size support, that is responsive. User friendly is said to be as responsive. Okay. Okay, great. Okay. Abhishek says, sir, just want to know from you, is there any website to practice problems in JavaScript? Abhishek, yes, there is. Right? Just there is. I'll just remind me at the end of the session, I will tell you. Okay. So yes, what do you mean by response? Right? I told you that it will make your website responsive. Right? So again, just very much, I'm just highlighting this point very much. Having a responsive website nowadays is the key to success, right? If your website is, if you are in a company, right? If let's suppose you're in an Amazon, you are working for Amazon, you're working for Flipkart, or let's suppose you're working for LetsUpgrade, you are making this website, right? If this website will not be responsive, you will not be able to view it on multiple devices. Right? Let's suppose I want to view the same website on my mobile device. Let's suppose I just inspect it, right? And let me just move it to the right side of the page. Okay. And just see here, I am just decreasing the width of the page, right? And as soon as I'm decreasing the width of the page, it is just adjusting the web. It is just adjusting itself, right? It is not going, none of the text is going out of boundaries. None of the CSS is spoiling. It is just very clean, right? It is just very clean. Let's suppose I want to have it more like this. So see here, right? It is very responsive. I can view it on my tablet, I can view it on my mobile phone, I can view it on my desktop, I can view it on my television, right? Imagine I have a 60 inches television and I'm just viewing this website there. I can. It will give me the flexibility. It will give me the flexibility of making the website responsive, right? So that it can be viewed at any platforms. Right? I hope the responsive part is clear to you now. Right? So again, I did it on full screen and here it is. It is just giving me the correct orientation. Right? So yes. Okay. Chalo. Okay. Acha. There is a very there is a very, I would say, a funny what do you say, a confusion, right? Some of the people I have heard of saying, like many in my companies or in my corporate life also, many people, like even experienced developers who are not in the front end part, just the back end part, or I would say who are doing development on PHP and any other languages, they tend to confuse Java with JavaScript. I think do you guys also feel the same? Is Java and JavaScript the same? Sarthak Vana of till 7:30, right? So there's a quick question for you. Do you guys also feel the same? Are Java and JavaScript similar? Yes or no? If no, then why not? Can anyone let me know this answer? Are they similar? Lemotech says no. Abhishek says no. Vinayak says no. Purvi says no. Venkatesh, Imu, Anurag, Abhishek, Abhijit, Prav, Utpal, Abhishek, Faisal, Sab. Okay. Yes. There are no way related to each other, right? In fact, I would say that Java and JavaScript, right, are poles apart, right? They're not even different, they are poles apart. Imagine one is North Pole and one is South Pole, right? This is the difference between Java and JavaScript. Right? So if someone says in front of you that are they same, no, they are not. It never ever confuse Java with JavaScript. Parv. So Java is object oriented. I get that Java is object oriented, but what if I tell you that JavaScript is also object oriented, right? It can behave object oriented as well. It can behave functional as well. JavaScript is such a beautiful language that it has the capability of working on oops mode plus working on functional mode, right? Ashish is saying Java is worst. I mean, we should not blame any language, right? Java has different perspective, right? It has different views altogether. It is used for backend as well. It is, I think, in Spring Boot we use Java, so we are not here to just degrade any language or promote any language. It's just that they have different uses, right? The places where you use Java, the places where you use Java, you cannot use JavaScript there, and vice versa. If you're using JavaScript, you cannot use Java there. Sarthak says Java has 4 letters, whereas JavaScript has 10 letters. Yeah, very, very good difference. In fact, if you say this difference in an interview, surely be selected, right? Hats off to you. Yes. Okay, so, right, they are not the same. They're not the same. Chalo. Moving ahead, how do we run JavaScript code? Anyone? Let's suppose I want to run JavaScript code. How do we run it? So let's suppose you want to run the Java code. So you have compilers, you have JDK, JVM. For that you will run the Java code, or you have online compilers as well. So let's suppose you want to run a C++ code. For that you have a C++ compiler, right? The question here is, how do you run your JS code? VS Code, VS Code, VS Code, VS Code, VS Code. No, I mean the VS Code is, again, it is used to run, but there are 2 ways to run JavaScript code, right? There are 2 ways to run JavaScript code, right? JavaScript is the first ever language, I think, and it will be the last language as well, that is able to run on your browser as well, right? JavaScript can run on browser and with the help, and it can run on Node.js as well. So how do we run JavaScript on browser? So for that, let me just open the inspect panel. Let me just inspect it, right? I hope everyone knows how to inspect. Either you press Control Shift I if you're using Windows, or if you're using Mac, then you press Command Shift I, right? Open the console. Yeah, this is the console panel. You see an option here of console. You have multiple options. Or let me just bring to the bottom of the page. Yes, yeah. So here you have multiple options. You've got elements, you've got console, you've got sources, you've got networks, performance, memory, application, security, lighthouse. Ignore all of them. Just focus on this part, console. Right? This is where you can run the JavaScript code. Right? So let's suppose I want to declare a variable. For those of you who do not know how to declare a variable, ignore it. I'm just showing you how to run your JavaScript code in browser. Right? Let's suppose I have var a equals to 10. Right? And I want to just print the value of a. Or let me just console, right? So what is console used for? What does it do? If you don't know, do not worry. I'll just cover all the parts up, right? I'm just giving an example here. So I'm just console. I'll just do console.log a. Or let's suppose console.log ++ a, right? and I get the answer as 11 here, right? So a clear-cut example, you can run JavaScript on your browser as well, as simple as that. Okay. I'm not sure if any other languages has this flexibility of running on browser. I'm not sure. We cannot run Java on browser. We cannot run C++. We cannot run Python. We cannot run these languages. But JavaScript we can, right? The second way is a very interesting way that is used most of the times. That is with the help of Node.js, right? Now I'll tell you a very quick, just give me 5 minutes. I'll tell you a very quick brief about what JavaScript was initially developed, right? So when JavaScript was initially developed, it was only meant to be run on browser. It was only meant to be run and compiled on browser. But as time progressed, right, people were extensively using JavaScript in their applications. They were extensively using JavaScript to write codes to make big projects, and it is not practically feasible to write tons. So if there is 5 to 10 lines of code, that is perfectly fine. You can run it on browser, right? But let's suppose you have got a huge project. You have thousands and 10,000 lines of code, right? Can you just code it in the browser with this UI and able to just code it along? You cannot, right? You can, but it will become very hectic and very troublesome for you. So for that, we have a thing called as Node, right? So Node is nothing. It will just provide you with the runtime environment. Runtime uh, environment, environment, runtime environment of JavaScript, right? So as I told you, right, JavaScript does not have the capability of running on the browser, of running on the of JavaScript does not have the capability of running up anywhere else apart from the browser. So with the help of Node.js, your Node.js will provide you a runtime environment for JavaScript to run on your browser. Also, not on your browser, on your VS Code. Runtime environment means just getting the environment for JavaScript to run. That's it, right? So in order to run your JavaScript on your VS Code or in any of the compilers, you need Node.js. So without wasting any time, let's just come here to Node.js and let's just download it, right? Because as I told you, we'll be working on VS Code. We'll be making some projects. So for that, we cannot copy paste the whole code in the browser. It will be very troublesome. So for that reason, I'm just installing Node.js. So I'll just go on to this link, Node.js download, right? Here it is, and here's the link. And respect according to your machines, whether you are a Windows owner or Mac, right? You can just download it from here. 32-bit, 64-bit, all links are here as it is. I'll just quickly also maybe paste the link in the chat box if it is possible. And otherwise, if it is not, you can just go onto this website. This is the official website of Node.js. It says nodejs.org/download, and you can just download your Node.js from here, right? So how to download it? Just go onto this website, just download the Node.js from here as it is, and with that you will be able to run JavaScript on your browser, on your VS Code, right? After you install it, there will be several options. Just allow all the permissions, just allow it, just click on yes on each and every of the steps, and just let it go. After the lecture, please provide a facility for attendance link that will work properly. Yeah, sure. So do not worry about the attendance, right? Do not worry about the attendance. We'll see to that. What's the issue, right? So this is how you can do it. VS Code is enough. Yes. Can we write other part like HTML or CSS in Node.js also? If no, then how will we compile them all? So Sarthak, there are different ways to compile, different ways to link your HTML and CSS file to JavaScript. That will be covering. So do not worry about that, right? Chalo, okay. I hope everyone has downloaded Node.js. Can I have yes or no in the chat box? Yes or no? Anyone facing any issues? Do let me know. Everyone, have you guys downloaded Node.js? Or do you want me to wait for 5 minutes more? Or not 5 minutes, 2 minutes more? Hitan says yes. Nikhil says yes. Uh, yes, yeah. There is another way we can use online. Yes, we can. You can also use online compiler. Yes, but we cannot. You cannot build projects right there, right? It will become very difficult for you to build projects there. So yeah, I have VS Code. That is enough. No, that's not enough. Gautam, you have to also download Node.js for that, right? Chalo. Chalo. See here. For those who have downloaded Node.js, just do one thing. Just click on Windows if you are a Windows owner, or click on Command, right? And just type in command prompt. Right? Just type in command prompt, and I want you to just type this command which I am typing. Just type in node and type in -v, right? And as soon as you type this command, you'll see a version here. Mine version is version 16.15.0, right? It might be that you are having some latest version. It totally depends, right? Whether they have uploaded it or not. And if some kind of error comes up here, that means the node has not been downloaded properly, right? If a node is downloaded properly, if you just type on this command node version node-v, you will just see this version. And if this version comes up, that means that you have successfully downloaded Node.js and it is ready to run, right? Venkatesh has 16.16.0. Acha, might be they have updated. That's great. I think I downloaded it 2 years back, so I have not updated it, but that would do. That will not create an issue here. Okay. Acha, and a quick thing. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, that is on 21st and 22nd, we will be having a Kahoot session. So it will be basically a quiz, right? A quiz that will be just based on the topics that are being taught here, and the top 3 winners will get some rewards, right? Will get some rewards. The first winner here will get rupees. I think it was 3,000 off, if I'm not wrong. I'll just confirm with the team. It was 3,000 off. For the second winner, it's around 2,000 off, and for the third winner, it is around 1,000 off, right? So make sure to participate in the quiz and just try out your luck. So they have the paid courses as well, which I'll be telling you here. And all the best, right, for the quiz. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow will be the quiz. So and make sure to revise the lessons and prepare for the quiz accordingly. I have 20.4.0. Oh, that's really great. They have updated. That means they have updated the node, right, on a very large scale. Okay, chalo. With that being said, now let's come to VS. Okay. I hope everyone has VS Code, right? So here is the VS Code. Most of you must be having, right? Let me just do one thing. Let me just make a new folder. Let me just go to desktop. Okay, let me just make a new folder here. Make new. I'll make a folder. I'll just make JavaScript Bootcamp. Right, here it is. Right now. So after this JavaScript, after I've made this folder, I'll just quickly come to VS Code. I'll just open the folder. Let's suppose here is JavaScript Bootcamp, and I'll just quickly select this. I would say this folder right here. Right now, in order to make a JS file, simply just have to give the name of the file. Let's suppose I want to just give it index, and the extension for a JS file is .js. So if you do .js here, it will just automatically create the JS file for you, right? So you have successfully created a JS file. What have you done here is you've just made a new folder, you've just made a new file, and you give the name of the file with the extension of .js, and it will automatically be made. Automatically, you do not have to do anything. Just like you make a C++ file .cpp, just like you make a Java file .java. Similarly, for JavaScript, you have .js extension. All right. Clear everyone till here? Any doubts till here? So what have we done? We have just learned the basics. Where is it used? How is it run? What is Node.js? How do we install Node.js? And how do we just get started with VS Code? Any doubts till here? Let me know. Any doubts till here? Any clarifications you need? Just let me know. Just type in yes or no in the chat box, and then we'll move further. right? Any doubts still here till this part? Yes or no? Sir, which version will be downloaded? Automatically, like when once you go to the website, you just click on the link, it will be all, it'll automatically download you the latest version. Do not worry about that. Right? Ajay says yes. Balu XT says yes. Vinayak says no. No doubts. Right. Okay. No doubts. Okay. Again, no doubts. No doubts. No doubts. Ashish Sharma, Anil, Naveen, Gokul. What about others? Anurag, Nikhil. Half of your typing yes and half of your typing no. How will I get to know that? Sorry, sir, but why we use Node.js? So, see, Sumit, I told you, right? Initially, when JavaScript was made, right, it was only capable of running on the browser. In fact, today also, with JavaScript is only capable of running on the browser. Okay, it is not possible that you can run JavaScript on your local machines, right? So in order to remove that problem, in order to make projects, in order to just have all things in one go, we have a we have a runtime environment that is called Node.js. Node.js will help you to run JavaScript on your VS Code terminal. I'll just tell you how to do it. I'll just tell you how to do. Okay. So do not worry about that. Node.js we just simply use to run the JS code on the VS Code terminal. That's it. If you want to run the JavaScript code on your browser, you can go ahead. But let's suppose you have 1,000 lines of code. How will you just write 1,000 lines of code on your browser? It will get very hectic for you. For that we use Java. I would say the Node.js. Yeah. I'll just quickly show you. Okay. So I'll just have here. I'll just type in the command called node-v, and I get the version here as well. It's 16.15.0. Here, let me just increase the font size a bit. Now, I think it should be fine now. Okay. Got it? So, with that being said, let me just show you a very quick example so that it will be clear for you. Let me just initialize some variables. Let's suppose var equals to 10 and var p equals to, let's suppose, 20, right? And I have another variable, let's suppose c, that is equal to a plus b, right? For those of you who do not know what is var, what are things like that, ignore it for now. But just giving an example of how can you run your JavaScript code on your Node.js terminal, okay, on your VS Code terminal. So I have these things now. Let's suppose I want to just print it out. So we use console.log to print out all the statements in JavaScript, right? So let me just print out console.log c, right? So now here I am. Now here I am to use. Now here I am. I have to use, I would say, uh, my VS Code terminal to run my JavaScript code, right? How will I do that? Let's suppose, and there is a command for that. What is the command? You just type in node. After typing in node, you have to just type the file name. Here my file name is index. I'll just type in node/index, and I will get the result here as 30. Right? I'll get the result here as 30. So as you can see, right, I did not run it on browser. I just ran it on VS Code to make it simple, to make it very simple, to make it very convenient for me. That is why we have Node.js. I think that clears it out, Abhishek. And VS Code makes writing code easily. Yes, it does. Okay. Use const bro, where is so bad. So Rohit, I know we have to use let and const there, but I'm yet to explain the concept of posting and variable, so that's why I'm not here to confuse you guys. So I'm just going with the bad concept now, right? I hope you understand that. Right? Got it, everyone? Samadhin, what are you saying? I'm just not able to understand what is it, right? Okay, chalo. That being said, let's just cover the last topic for the day. Okay, that are that are variables, right? So variables. What are variables? Right. So variables are nothing. Variables are just containers that are used to store values. Okay, and these variables are common, right? You have variables in all the languages. It is not JavaScript specific. You have variables in C++, Java, C, Python, and all the things. But what is the difference here? What is the difference between the variables? It's just that, first of all, how do you declare a variable? You just type in the keyword called as var, okay, and just the name of the variable. Let's suppose the name of the variable I want to do is as a, and this you can initialize it with anything that you want to, right? So what are variables? They are just containers. So let's suppose this is a container that you have, right? And I want to store a value of 10, or let's suppose I want to store my name inside a variable, right? So for that we can use a variable, right? So this is a container, okay? Container, yes, container used to store values. Yeah, container used to store values. And how do we declare it? You just type in the keyword called var and just type in the keyword called file name. Oh, sorry, not file name, any name, and just initialize it. Yeah. So let me just quickly come to VS Code. Let me just erase all of it. So how do we use it? So I told you, right? We have to declare a keyword called as var. Var stands for variable. Then any name. Let's suppose a. Let's suppose I want to declare any other variable. Let's suppose var b, and let's suppose var c, right? So what is this? This is called as a declaration part, right? This is called as the declaration part, right? I'm just declaring a variable here. Okay. Now, if I do var c equals to 10, right? This is the initialization part, initialization part. Okay. So this is the initialization part, and this is the declaration part here, right here. And one more thing, yes, JavaScript is a loosely typed language, right? What do I mean by a loosely typed language? It's just that if you do not put semicolons here, if you do not put semicolons, and if you just do not print, if you just try to make some silly mistakes, right? JavaScript is capable enough of rectifying all the mistakes that you have got, right? So yes, as very beautifully said by Utpal, he just says that JavaScript is the most forgiving language, right? So it will forgive you for all the silly mistakes that you have, but that does not mean that you will just explicitly try to not add things that should be there, right? You should not that's not a very good practice. You should always put a semicolon here after each and every statement. That signifies that you have ended the statement. If you will not, let's suppose you somehow forget it, then leave that up to JavaScript will automatically put the semicolon, attach it at the end of the session, and your code will just run fine. Okay. So and let me just print. So for printing JavaScript statements, for printing in JavaScript, we use console.log, and then the name that you want to print. So let's suppose I want to just console.log, and let's suppose I want to print capital crane, let's suppose C, right? I told you, right, how to run a JavaScript code. You type in the keyword called as node, and then you type in the keyword, and then you type in the file name, right? And here I get as 10. So this is how you console.log. And if I want to print any character, let's suppose I print console.log, let's suppose Gaurav Tiwari, right? So let me just comment out this part. If I just run it, and I'll get here as Gaurav Tiwari, right? So my point here is it can print, it is just used to printing any of the statements. Yes, we use document.write But for that, we need to understand a concept that is called a DOM structure. We don't know if we have not covered DOM yet. Once we do, we'll also do that. Right. So for now, we have seen the introduction. We have seen how do we run a JavaScript code. We have seen variables. We have seen how do you print your statements. And we have also seen how does JavaScript work. It is the most friendly language that you can come across. Right. Samarjit Singh says, sir, can you tell me how can this work in applications like calculator? So see, Samarjit, let's suppose you have a calculator, like you want to add two numbers, you want to subtract two numbers. So the logic part that is there in the calculator, right? That is done with the help of JavaScript, right? With the help of HTML and CSS, you'll be able to make a good layout. I totally agree. But how will you add functions to it? How will you add functionalities to it? Let's suppose I want to find the square root of 25, right? Can will you be able to achieve that with using HTML and CSS? No, definitely not, right? So for the functionality part, for the responsiveness, and for having dynamic websites, we use JavaScript for that, right? So with that being said, let me just introduce you to the LetsUpgrade website. So and how to mark the attendance. So those of you who are having issues with the attendance part, just see here. So just log into the website, right? It's LetsUpgrade.in. The link is also present in the description box, right? And for here, just come on to this part, right? Just click on enroll now. If you have already enrolled, well and good. If you have not, this is the JavaScript Programming Essential Bootcamp. You just have to click on enroll now. And once you click on enroll now, you have to click on this icon, right? This enroll now button. And this will pop up. Congratulations, you have been successfully enrolled. You'll also get a WhatsApp message and things like that, right? After that, just click on my programs. Just go on to here, just click on my programs, and you'll see here JavaScript, right? So click on JavaScript here. So this progress bar initially 0% because I've not marked any attendance. And here is an option to mark the attendance. So click on this button right here, mark the attendance. Right? How likely are you to recommend this session? Right? Let's suppose I'm giving it 10 because I'm the one who's taking the session right here. And they have two courses, right? One is the Java course, one is the full stack course. I'll be coming to that shortly. Let's suppose I'm interested in the full stack course, and any improvements, I'll just write nothing for him, nothing for now. And I'll submit the attendance. Now, as soon as I submit the attendance, once I refresh the page, you'll see that this bar has now become 33.33%. Right? Remember, you'll only be eligible for certificates once you cross this bar, and once this bar crosses more than 50%. Right? If your bar is less than 50%, you will not be eligible for certificates. Right? So we currently have two programs going on. One is the Java DSA, or I think one is the Java DSA, and one is the full stack development program. Right? So I can totally understand your points, right? It is not practically feasible to cover all the things in a 3-day bootcamp in 3 hours, right? So that is why we have the full-fledged courses here, right? What is the difference between a bootcamp and a full-fledged course is that you will learn each and everything. You'll learn each and everything in depth, right? It's a 3-month extensive course with 120 hours of live lessons, 3 mock interviews, 100 plus problems to solve. And the best part here is you get placement assistance. You will be able to crack a placement within 180 days of this completion of the program, right? And the fees is around 5,900. But tomorrow, as I told you, we'll be having a Kahoot session, a quiz. If you come first, you'll get it absolutely for free, I guess. I'm not sure about the prices. I just forgot about it. I'll just confirm with the team. Okay. So you will just get a very huge discount on this price. I think the first one will get it absolutely for free. The second one will get it at a price of 3,000 rupees discount, and the third one will get rupees 1,000 off. Right? So you can just try out this course, and they also have a full stack course. Apart from this, you can also just explore this course. And if you have any issues, you feel anything that is not covered on this doc, you can just get back to the team. They'll surely revert back to you. When is the quiz? The quiz is tomorrow, right? Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, both the days, right? Charu, there's no assignment for today. Assignment will be there on day 2 and day 3, not now, right? Because we haven't covered anything for yet, anything majorly today. So there's no point of giving the assignment. So tomorrow and after tomorrow, you'll be having the assignments as well, right? At the end of the session, the quiz will be at the end of the session. Okay. And also one more thing, we also have uh, a B.Tech degree for the students who are looking for pursuing B.Tech. So if you go on to this website, right, if you go on to this the YouTube channel, LetsUpgrade, you will okay, you'll find the description link here somewhere around. Okay, so this is the B.Tech program that we're offering, right? So how is it different from a normal B.Tech program? Is that there are two things that makes it different and unique. First one is that you will get placement assistance, right? You'll get a minimum. You as soon as you graduate, you'll get a quick maturity, and that too with a minimum of 8 lakhs per annum, right? So make sure to give it a watch if you're interested. If you think that if you're looking for a B.Tech degree, if you're looking to pursue uh, like if you're looking to pursue formal education in engineering, you can go ahead with this course, right? And if you do not have someone, or you have if you do not want to pursue this course, and you have some relatives or friends who want to like who are looking for the B.Tech courses, you can just click on this referral link right here, right? As Anam told you in the initial part, in the beginning of the bootcamp, right? If you refer someone and they join this B.Tech program via referral link, so you will be eligible for rupees 80,000 plus a MacBook M Air one. No, not plus or a MacBook M Air one. You'll either get rupees 80,000 or a MacBook M Air one, right? So the choice is up to you. Whatever you want to make, whatever you want to do, it's up to you, right? If you want to pursue B.Tech, go ahead. If you have any doubts, any clarifications you need, you can just get back to the team. They'll just give it back to you, right? Any doubts still here? Chalo, ठीक है. Yep. With that being said, that was all for today's bootcamp, right? We'll meet tomorrow, so please make sure to revise today's lecture, right? What all we did today, please make sure to revise it. Please make sure to watch the recordings if possible, and also please make sure that you are participating in the quiz tomorrow so that you can gain the benefits of the courses, right? Uh, is it only for India? Bruno says, yeah, I'm not sure. The team will get back to you, right? I'm not sure about this part. Okay. Yeah. So Abhishek, for that, for practicing JavaScript, you have a website called as Free Bootcamp, right? This is the website that is there to practice JavaScript. I initially personally have tried it out, to practice JavaScript. So just this is JavaScript and data structures. It has all the concepts starting with the basic part, then going with the ES6, then going with the regular expressions, debugging, basic DS, basic algorithm scripting, and oops and function things, right? So I have personally tried it out. It's very good to improve your problem solving skills in JS. So uh, just try to practice these things, right? Practice the questions, and if possible, try to practice each and every part that is there, right? And if possible, I'll also practice some questions in the class if time allows. Otherwise, it's up to you. You're free to practice. As I told you, right? Practice. You have to practice each and everything that is there. That is I would say, a crux of programming, right? You have to practice, practice, practice. Then only you'll be able to master it, right? I hope, Abhishek, that clears it out, right? So yeah. What is the time for today's? No, what is the time for quiz tomorrow? The time will be around 7:20. The quiz will be happening at around 7:20, right? So please make sure that you're joining on time. Chalo. With that being said, we'll wrap up the session and we'll meet tomorrow at exact same time, 6:30. Till then, keep practicing, keep hustling. I'll take a leave. Chalo. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Hey, hi everyone. So my name is Sai Kiran and I'm the founder and CEO of LetsUpgrade, and I'm having some amazing news for every one of you. LetsUpgrade, in collaboration with ITM Skills University, is launching the first B.Tech CSE program that we love to share with you all guys. 6 features. Number 1, 100% job guarantee to all the students joining this particular program with minimum 8 LPA. Number 2, 1-year paid internship in product/MNC companies. Number 3, taught by real developers working in the industry in top companies. Number 4, amazing campus, a campus which is like we work in Mumbai that we are building for you all guys. Number 5, build lots of projects which are like real world applications, highly scalable applications from Hotstar to Zoom to your own Zomato. Number 6, you are gonna love the community collaborations that we guys have done. We are collaborating with 13 plus tech communities to give you the same environment what IITs and NITs have. Meet lots of industry people, participate in hackathons and meetups to understand what is running in the industry. That's what these are the 6 features which we have. You can check out the program on our website, that is isu.ac.in. Check out B.Tech there, you will find it. That's it guys, bye bye.